Hello, folks. It's your friendly neighborhood dragon overlord here. Welcome to my lair in the land of Ark Survival Evolved. Uh, Today we are here on the modded Annunaki Genesis server called Pants Optional. The information on that will be linked below. But today I just wanted to discuss a few things about the breeding and mating process on Ark. It'll be a little bit different if you are on vanilla or any server that's not running Anunnaki Genesis, because they will not have the different types of things, such as this big wonderful guy here in front of me named Kier. He is my wyvern. And as you can see in the background, that big red egg on the far right, he is the father of that egg. But what I wanted to discuss here is the basics of breeding and what can happen. As you may know, on Ark to breed, you simply need a male and a female of the same type of creature, such as, in this case, a Utah raptor. Anunnaki Genesis brings that one step further. That being, you need to be really specific, such as these are Anunnaki Utah raptors, which I just hatched today. They are fire type, so in order to breed them, you need to have two fire types, a male and a female. They are called badass Utah raptors, and they are fire. As you can see, they're red. They do extra damage via the fire, and they catch the opponent on fire. I also have frost here. These are my argents. These are actually hatched from 3 eggs, but my first 2 eggs I hatched. These are this is 3rd, 4th, and 5th eggs that I've hatched so far in them. My first 2 eggs actually came out with triplets, so yes, you can get triplets of dinosaurs from 1 egg. So do plan ahead for that in case you do get twins or triplets, because it does add a level of complication to it. But just like the fire Utahs, I had to have a male and a female frost argent. Then we have here, taking it a little step further, this is a badass T-Rex. Is a badass Tyrannosaurus Rex. As you can see here, it's a baby, just a little low level, not super powerful. But I needed, this is poison. Just like anything else, needed 2 poisons. Poisons do torpor, which allows you to knock out the enemy instead of just straight killing it. Then you have rock or mountain, depending on which one you want to call it. They have increased damage. Their speed is lower, but they are a good health and damage kind of thing. Kind of basically your tank. Nothing super special in their attacks, but except a knockback. So there's that. I mean, knockback, topar, slowing, and extra damage via fire. And then we have my fire badass T-Rex here. I've bred many a thing, and they all take different amounts of time to hatch. These guys were the fastest. These came in a little bit later. These took about a half hour, I believe, at the most to hatch, and these were maybe 15 minutes longer than that, so about 45 minutes. These guys took about an hour 15, and this one is my wyvern egg. Drakes cannot be bred because they do not have genders, but the wyverns can be bred as they have genders. And as you see, den mother, kind of a lower level one. It's kind of hard to find female wyverns on my server, so I just grabbed the first one I could find. And wyvern, he is leveled. He was about level 802 after tame. But as you can see down here, if I can get it to show, the incubation timer there, right there, the incubation timer, it's been going on. It was the last egg laid down, but that was less than 5 minutes after the first egg was laid. So as you can see, wyverns take forever to hatch. But getting back to it, as I said, you have to have the same type, which that gets, that adds a added level of difficulty in Anunnaki Genesis. In vanilla, basically, if you have one Utah raptor male and you have another Utah raptor female, or just in that case, just raptors or anything, be it an argent or a Tyrannosaurus Rex, as long as you have a male and a female, it'll breed. Your goal is to try and get the best pre-tame level. So in vanilla, you want to try and get as close to level 120 or 150. And in Anunnaki Genesis, you want to try and get as close to a level 600 as possible. There are other steps you can do, just like in, say, Pokemon, when you're trying to IV breed. you try and go for specific stats, like say you find a male that has really wonderful health. You would want to pair that with a female that has good level but also really wonderful of some other stat. Uh, Usually stamina, melee, or weight, depending on what the kind of creature is. You don't want to go for anything that has high food or high oxygen um, or high speed, because that just, I mean, that's a default. It'll change itself back when you tame them out or when they're birthed. But for these, I mean, it's really simple. I live in the underworld on the center map, so breeding is easy. The underworld is considered, as you can see, the underworld is considered deep ocean, which simply means that the dinosaurs, when you put them on wander, they do not move much at all. The wyvern has a 12-minute breeding timer, and usually you have to spam the U key to keep them in one spot, but in the underworld, you don't have to do it. I sat there and stared at my wyverns and made sure they didn't move, but in the whole 12 minutes of the mating cycle, I did not have to press U a single time. Another thing we have here is we have a mod which gives us these incubators. These work as basically a super air conditioner to hatch the egg. As we also have these food troughs which have electricity to them. It helps the stuff not spoil. The front one here is berries for when I hatch herbivores, which I don't have any ready to be hatched right now. And the back one is meat. So once they get to that section, they can eat from the trough instead of me having to feed them. And my birds seem to be making all kinds of little noises. Let me give them a little check. Let's see. Gave them all little winter-inspired names to go with the fact that they're frost argents and they're found in the snow area. Just gotta check all their foods. An hour and 17 minutes till the first. Imprinting, basically imprinting varies depending on the creature. You have different things you have to do. You have to either take them for a walk, which is you put them on wander, and you put them on follow, and you just go for a walk with them. There's also cuddle. Just press the button, you cuddle with a dinosaur, and you get it imprinted. Or they can have any type of kibble they desire. It'll say which one they want, and it could be something rare or random, and it could also be something rare. But so just try and have plenty of different kibbles in stock. If you have a modded server that has a kibble machine of any sort, make sure you have the needed recipe for any kibble to make, and that way you can make it. Or if you have it prepared first, even better. But they still have about an hour and 20 minutes before any of them want any care. Just make sure they're all good on their food. And then we can go to the next step. Sorry if any of this gets any pixely, should I say. I have a lot of dinosaurs up here. I have 14 total Argents, including those 3 back there, and several Drakes, and many other things, especially this is where I keep most of my grown-up dinosaurs. They'll be spread out more. They're just all together based on I was breeding, as you can see. There's the parents of the earth, or the mountain, rock, whatever you want to call it, Tyrannosaurus Rex. I have the fire and poison ones over there. They have different costumes on. These right here are the moms to the Utah Raptors I have back there. They are badass fire Utah Raptors. They're just wearing the alpha costume for raptors, because I thought it looked pretty nice. As you can see, I have plenty of other dinosaurs. They have different uses. I just haven't bred them, such as the beavers and the dodics and the ankies. More Argents. I don't have a female to go with this one, so I haven't bred poison Argents. But what I want to show you over here, those are both males, so I can't breed them to show you, but we'll show you over here with my dire wolves. All you do is you simply put them on the wander, and you're, let's see, 564 and 660. Wait. Okay, yeah, 3 females. Let's hop on you, because dire wolves, you do not need a saddle, which is perfect. See if we can get him nice and close. That'll work. Close enough. Good enough for government work. Set him on wander, and then we'll set her on wander. And as you can see, they're not moving. Wonders of the underworld. If you're on the center map, even if you don't live in the underworld, if you have easy access to the underworld, I highly suggest that you use the underworld as a method for breeding if you can get your dinosaurs there. As of the new update, there are several new entrances, both another water entrance that is just north of the new redwood biome, not that far from Skull or Batman Island, whatever you want to call it. And there's also there's a land entrance that is found in the long tunnel ruins. I do not know the chords offhand, but they're on the long tunnel ruins. It's just a giant tunnel that's actually taller than the behemoth gates. But as you'll find in there. However, there's a blockage in it that was designed, I guess, to keep anything larger than maybe a triceratops, a trike, out of it. Yeah, like I said, those are the ways you can get down. It makes it a lot more accessible, but there is added difficulty. I have gotten my wyvern all the way to the top, so I guess something around that size, nothing too much bigger, would fit. But yeah, like I said, they do not move. They're all on wander. They do not move. He can breed more than one at once. As you see, it just switches back and forth between the two. The end process of this will not be shown, but this is just to show, I mean, it's simple, just like mammals should be. It's a live birth, because these are wolves, they are mammals. The progress bar goes up nice and good. They don't move. They're not going to lay eggs, but, I mean, yeah, they just get pregnant. I just wanted to show this part, which is the other way of breeding on Ark. It's actually the easier way because you don't have to take care of an egg. And as you see, gestation progress. So let's see, and boom, gestation in progress. Disable wandering, disable wandering, disable wandering. And that is the other method of breeding, is now they will give live birth once that ends. Yeah, I just want to show you the ways of breeding and such on Ark. This has, like I said at the beginning, this has been your friendly neighborhood dragon overlord here. Thank you for visiting the lair. If you liked what I showed you, hit that like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike button. Input is always good, be it good or bad input. It'll help in the long run. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Have a wonderful day.